I didn't ask you to ask me why I have attitude. I asked you what you want on these tacos. I started to cry on the floor. It's always understaffed. They never had the correct amount of staff. Like, I open those doors and I bust outside. Open door, like I'm knocking frantically on her window. Drive. She drove. That was the plan. But sadly, that plan was not about to happen. And here's why. Hey Kingdom, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so happy to have you guys here today on my channel another Friday. As you read the title below, this video will be a mukbang slash story time of the time I had to escape from my first job of Chipotle. I have ordered a lot of food, as you see the table space and everything, and even a new background for this whole video. So guys, let's get right into it. But before we do that, if this is your first time seeing my beautiful face, don't be afraid to like this video already, leave a positive comment, and join our kingdom today by subscribing down below. So do all that right now. Do it. You know you want to, so just do it. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. As I just mentioned, I ordered a lot of food, and here it is right here. I want to do a quick roll call of everything I got. First, we have a hot and spicy, a medium side of fries. We have a double cheeseburger. We have a 10-piece spicy nuggets. And for drinks, we have a medium mocha, iced, and then we have a sweet iced tea as well. So let's dig in. So I had applied for Chipotle when I was 17. I didn't really need a job. Well, yes, I did. My mother, she didn't want to buy me anything I wanted, and I think it was all because of some glasses. I wanted some glasses, right? My mother, she was like, no, I'm not getting it. It costs too much money. And so I got my own job. I got it at Chipotle. You know, I interviewed, they needed people, so they hired me on the spot and this and that. Everything was all fine and dandy. I was happy, you know, got my first job. I'm at school. I'm like, because I got my own job, making my own money. Y'all not, period. Like, I was just really feeling myself. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Talking and eating. But anyway, I did my training, everything. I started working there. You know, the honeymoon of first getting a job, everything is good, nothing can go wrong, everything is nice, you make your own money. I loved it so much. I was working from 3:30 to 11. Now that was problematic, but I wouldn't notice that until like 2 months into working there. They're like, oh, I can't do this, I have school, I'm sleeping in every other class period, like this ain't working. But they were working me like a dog, I swear they was. I was tired, but I was working hard. I was doing my job. I was basically running the store. That's what I'm saying. And you know, everything was going all fine and dandy until like the 3rd month of working there. Ooh. I know this is gonna mess me up. It's gonna mess me up real bad. I worked downtown where there was like a bunch of people. I'm not gonna give away too much. But I worked downtown, so it was always packed. It was always busy. If it was raining or snowing, it was busy. And then the customers. After 3 months, I started to realize how rude. Yeah, it took me 3 months to realize how rude and demanding those customers were. Like, if you work in the fast food industry, God bless you. I had to leave that industry so fast because no, those people, no brain cells whatsoever, none. Then we get a new grill cook. We get a whole new grill cook. And this man, first we hit it off nice, we hit it off smoothly. He cool or whatever, ex-convict, I don't know. This fool started making problems with me. Jalen Flowers, the nice kid that everyone likes. He gives nobody problems at all. But he won't start messing with me. Like, why do that? I ain't do nothing to you. This man will come for me for putting food on the line. This man will come for me about like every little thing. And it got to the point where I was fed up. Like, I went to my boss. I addressed the situation. And for a week or two, it was resolved. The week was handled. But next thing you know, the fool, he right back on it again. And I'm just like, oh my God, like I cannot do this. Not only is the customers trash, the hours are good, but they're just too many hours for my age and my schooling. Like, it was just too much. And it was all getting to me. I was literally getting depressed. I'm not even kidding. Oh, I just noticed that I got spicy nuggets and I haven't even gotten to them yet. A quick spicy nugget test. Let's do it. I need to stop eating McDonald's, like for real. I know that this is just not right. The aftertaste that it has, I could tell it's not right, and I shouldn't be eating it. Well, YOLO. Back to the story. But everything was getting to me, and I was getting like heavenly depressed. It was just too much. doing my little 20-minute lunch breaks, I would literally call my bestie and be like almost on the verge. She would laugh at me, but I was so serious, almost on the verge of tears. I was like, every time I was like, I want to quit. I'm so tired of working here. Like, it's too much. The customers are rude. I'm so tired. This man, the grill cookie, is so rude for no reason. It was getting too much. But it was one day. It was one day when I had enough. One day I went into work. Oh, but with the sauce, this hit differently. I'm sorry, y'all. This is my first time doing the mukbang, and I like to eat. Look at my food getting cold. Okay, I need to get back to the story. 1 second, y'all. Let me get into the sweet iced tea. Let me tell you, I know that most corporations make their sweet iced tea in mop buckets or whatever. Delicious. What was I saying again? So one day, it was a normal day. I was actually really positive about today. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go into work. I'm going to make this quick cash, and I'm going to go back home. So my bestie's father dropped me off at work or whatever. And I go in, and already I see that the line is stretching around the building. I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, I'm already like sitting in my head like, no, I should have just fake sick or whatever. But no. Then you had the boss who was met. I got to go into further detail one day about this. But then we also had the boss mess with the employee, and this, look, I don't want to get sued in the near future, so I'm not gonna go into any details, but it was a lot of mess. So I clock in, I do my duties. They used to have me on the line in the back washing dishes. When I tell you, I basically kind of ran the whole damn store. I feel like I was doing a little bit of everything in that Chipotle, and it made absolutely no sense to me. But anyway, so I hop in, I'm over here making the plates. White and brown rice, black and pinto beans, your choice of meats, your any sauce, like next, taco, burrito, so much. I gotta make a part two. Part two will be soon, another time. Anyway, this was like a good like 8-hour shift. So after like 3 hours of just completely standing in the same spot, doing the same thing, making orders, going through customer by customer, illiterate customers, not so smart customers. Those are like the political terms that are like friendly, family friendly. I'm gonna just say that, not what I just said. Anyway, dealing with those customers back in and back through, I was just like, oh my god, like. And I had no 10-minute break, no Jalen go to the restroom, like chill for a minute. No, 3 hours straight, me standing up. I was getting so fed up with it. I was really over it. I was on the verge of tears. I told myself, I'm gonna have to go in the restroom and cry because this is going on too much. And within those 3 hours, I had to deal with the man in the back, in the grill, on my back about this and that, and talk about this and talk about that. And I was just over it. So the rush had finally died down. And I was just standing there. Like that emoji, like the standing emoji. I was literally just standing there, like contemplating, jumping across the line and walking out the doors. The grill cookie said something to me. And I turned around and I gave him the rudest stare. And I had enough. We was arguing. I don't know what he said to this day. I think he said something homophobic. I was like, what did you just say? And we was going back and forth. It was getting bad. It was getting real bad. And next thing, my manager, he comes in like, hey, y'all should chill. There's like a prison. No, I wasn't trying to hear. I was like, I've been dealing with this too long. I came to you the right way and you did nothing about it. And now it's time for me to handle it, this and that. I was exploding, but I had to bring myself back because this is my first job. I didn't want to get fired. Even though I hated the job, it was making me depressed, making me sad. I hated the... I didn't like it. But I knew that I needed the job to, to continue to fund myself, to continue to enjoy the funner things in life, So he was like, just go and take a breather. So I went, I left the line and I walked to the back in my little Chipotle hat, my tight Chipotle, not Chipotle jeans, but my tight little jeans, my slip resistant shoes, and my little hat. I walked in the restroom and I sat on the floor and I started to cry. on the floor. This was like the second time I cried at work in the restroom. I was just crying my eyes out, like in tears, in full tears. I wasn't in tears almost, I was in tears. And I'm not even eating my food, Jesus. And I was just like, oh, I was like, I can't do this no more. And so I did my research, because, you know, before I do anything, I do research. I was like, if I quit, you know, will it hurt me in the future, like this and that? And it was like, no, if you do it formally, if you do it like a 2-week notice. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ask my boss for a 2-week notice, so that I can, like, so my record can be clean, that everything can be nice and smooth and dandy. That was the plan. That was the plan. But sadly, that plan was not about to happen. And here's why. I walk out the restroom, I clear my face. I'm like, okay, you know what? I got this. I said like a little prayer. I get back on the line, and, you know, it starts to pick up again. So I'm like, I'm doing my duties, and like everything's going smooth. Everything's going smooth and nicely. But then the man go once again. He go once again, and my boss called him this time. And he stopped him, and he redirected him. And he gave him a warning, because, you know, he already had like a little record going on. And so, you know, that was handled. But then it was time to close. It came a time to close. And when I tell you, the mess was astronomical, like, it looks something like this. I'm so invested in telling y'all this story, I'm not even eating my food. Like, it's supposed to be a mukbang, not a talk bang. It came time to close, and the mess was astronomical. The mess was too much. The mess was too much. And that day, we were also understaffed. I didn't bring it up. We was always understaffed. They never had the correct amount of staff. And when they were always understaffed, who would they call? They would call me. They would call me to come into work on my days off. They would call me, stop. Oh, they would call me into work on my days off. And I would come in, and I would do my job and go beyond. And we were understaffed, so I was the only person who had to clean the entire line and the front half of the restaurant. And it was so messy, because once again, we had 2 rushes. In the evening, we had 2 rushes. 2 rushes in the evening. And I was just like, oh my God, I have to clean this all by myself. And my boss was like, yep. He was like, yep. That was when I had it. Getting all about the busting tears all over again, because not only do I have an hour, not even an hour, I have like a good 45 minutes to clean all this mess, and if I don't, I'm gonna get scolded at or something like that. I have 45 minutes to clean this entire mess. I have this fool in the back of my ear just getting on my nerves. I have the aftermath of the line and the customers, and just so much. And that's when I had it. But then there had to be one thing to put the icing on the cake to make it just boom. And that was a customer who walked in 1 minute to closing, and I did not like him whatsoever. Why? Because he would do this thing. He will order like 3 tacos. I hated making tacos. He will order 3 hard tacos and 2 soft shell tacos. I remember this. And then he would get all the rice, all the meats. He want extra of everything. And after he get extras of everything, and everything is falling all over the place, that's when he want to ask for 12 different sides. He wanted the size of cheese and lettuce. He wanted so many extras, and I was like, oh my God, why do you just get a damn burrito? He was noticing that I was having an attitude when I was asking him anything else. So he goes, why do you have such an attitude? And I was like, I didn't ask you to ask me why I have an attitude. I asked you what you want on these tacos. That's exactly what I told him. And my boss was standing right there. He looked right at me, shocked as ever. The man was also shocked as ever, because I said a swear word. I did. I don't regret it either. My boss was looking dead at me. He was like, take a breather again. And once I go to the back, I open the doors, and I see the crew that was there, the 4 people that was there that could have been helping me close this line. They were back there chilling. On their phones, while I was depressed, stressed, overwhelmed, tired, frustrated. Did I say frustrated? Frustrated. They were in the back chilling. You know what I did? I left the back. I went to my boss, who was serving that rude man, tapped him on the shoulder, and I was like, sir, I need my 2 weeks notice. Literally, I looked him dead in his face and asked for a 2 weeks notice. And he asked me why. You're not supposed to ask why. When I was doing my research from crying in the restroom, it said that they should not ask you why you're requesting a 2 weeks notice, and he broke that rule. He asked why twice, and I said the same thing. I would like my 2 weeks notice. He just agreed. He's like, okay, fine. I said okay. He went to the back with the others. I was just standing there. It was just me. We had already closed. I was standing there, and I was just like, I was looking at all that trash and all this food that I had to mop and clean for the next shift for a company that don't care about me. The managers don't care about me. Only thing good about this place is some of the co-workers and the money that I get in my hours that kill me. And I was like, I'm not cleaning this. I was not cleaning this, but I couldn't tell them I'm not gonna clean this because they not gonna just let me leave. Well, that's how I was thinking. I was a little scaredy cat back then, but I was like, I'm gonna have to escape. And that's what I did. I made up a plan. First, I gathered all the trash and I put it in like little bins and I pushed it to the back. I had to make the illusion that I was going to take out the trash. So I got all the bags and all the cans and I put it to the back of the store. The building that we were in was going through construction at the time, but I knew ways to get out from the back and next out to the street. I got my bag in hand and I put it at the foot of the door. I yelled to them, going for a trash run. That was the last thing they heard of my voice. I said that. And next thing you know, I grabbed my bag. I slid under the shed thing and I was running. I was in the back. The construction workers who was constructing that building, they was looking at me crazy. I was running. I was looking for the nearest exit door. And I finally found it. And when I tell you, I opened those doors and I bust outside. And it was like around 10:30 at night at this time. You got people who leaving work looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm over there like, like I was running. And so my bestie's mother, she was parked at the side of the Chipotle. So I ran where I knew her car would be at. And I get to the window, I'm like, open the door, open the door. Like I'm knocking frantically on her window. I scared her so much. But I was like, open the door, open the door. So she unlocked the doors and I hopped in the back seat. I was like, drive, drive, drive. She drove. Let me tell you, she drove. And as she is driving, I look back and I see my manager looking at the car drive off. And I turn back. I look in like the back window and I'm just looking. And I sat back in my seat to her mother and my bestie. They're going like what is going on? And I was just like, I just quit. I felt so much relief after that, y'all. Like, y'all don't even know. But that's the story. That's the story. I didn't even eat most of my food. I was so invested in to tell y'all this story. I don't think I'm good at mukbangs. I'm not allowed to work in any Chipotles in most states of America and certain parts of the country. But, you know, that's okay. That's okay. Bigger and better things came and they're still coming. But guys, if you love this video, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. And an inspired comment down in the comment section below. And if you want to join our kingdom, become a king or queen or anything in between, subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here, a part of our little kingdom. And I hope to see you all once again on my channel next Friday. Peace out.